All right, hello everyone and welcome. How nice to see you again. Actually, I can't see you, but I see that you are here. So thank you for joining the class. We will have a couple of things to clarify, but before we go on, I would like to know who of you have microphones. And during our live sessions, please turn off your microphones when I'm speaking. And when I ask something, if you want to respond, then you can turn on your microphones, and after responding, after giving your answers, you can just turn off it again. All right, so who of you have microphones?
I think all of us.
Yeah, maybe most of you have microphones. If you don't have microphones, you can use the chat section here on the right, okay, to give your answers, to write something. If you have microphones, you can use your microphones, so the lesson will be more interactive and more enjoyable. And also something else, I understand your concerns related to turning on your webcams. So you don't have to use webcams, you don't have to turn on your webcams, but at least I would be very happy to see your faces here right now. For example, you see my screen, I guess, and I see letters. So if you can upload pictures like Arda and Sümeira and Ragt, Hilal, for example, at least I can see your faces and know who is here. Okay, this is something. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Good. All right, so educational technologies. This is the course that we are going to be taking together this semester. And what are your expectations, first of all? How do you feel? What do you wait? What do you think we are going to do throughout the semester in this course? What is your opinion? Educational technologies. Yes, now you can use your microphones or right here on the right on the chat section.
We will learn how to use technology in education.
Okay, Sümeira, good, yes. What else? Any other opinion? Anybody else that expects something else, maybe?
No, I guess.
Okay, so you all expect to learn how to use technology in education, specifically in English language teaching, right? Yes, Erkin.
You're gonna probably make us write a bunch of stuff about distance education.
Yes, you are going to learn a lot of things about distance education, but you are not going to write essays or these kind of things. You are going to produce for sure. You are going to create and produce a lot of things. Furkan says learn online business. All right, yes. So why are you taking this course? First of all, let's set the rationale. Those students who took this course with me 3-4 years ago, I told them a lot of things. I explained them a lot of things, and actually I told them that the future would come, and that when the future comes, they had to be ready for this kind of online course delivery procedures. They need to improve their digital skills. They need to improve their computing skills. And I said that maybe they will have to conduct online lessons. And this was 3 and 4 years ago. And now see where we are. We are having online lessons. And this can be not only because of the pandemic. Okay, today the reason is pandemic, but in the world, there are many places that have remote areas that is hard to go to school and come back home, okay, for those children. So in these kind of places, in these kind of countries, Canada, for example, or Finland, for example, you know, it is snowing a lot in winter. And also in Oceania, in some places where people live in islands, going to school, coming back, in some parts of Africa, okay, it is really very hard to go to school and come back. So technology offers a lot for these kind of disadvantageous conditions, right? We can reach our students wherever they are, whenever we want. So we need to be prepared for these things. You know, in my if you follow my Instagram account, in my Instagram account, I posted a survey asking you which one would you prefer, face-to-face education or distance education, online education, and almost over 90% of people said that they prefer face-to-face education. And I can really understand this. It's all right. People, you know, people like their habits. People like their past experiences, and they want to get stuck to these things because, you know, for many people, it is really hard to get out of their comfort zone. Usually, trying new things, people refrain from trying new things. But here, see where we are, okay? And today it is COVID-19, but we don't know whether this COVID-19 has a sister, COVID-20, or brother, COVID-21. All right, or we don't know what will happen in the future. It might be something else. Okay, so we need to be, we need to improve ourselves in terms of this kind of, you know, giving lessons online, and also developing our digital materials that will help us conduct online lessons. Now, my students that took this course 3-4 years ago, they are messaging me, they are calling me, and they say, we are very pleased that we took this course. It was very useful, we benefited a lot, and now we don't have any problems with our students, with our classes, right? And I hope in the end of this course, you also will improve your computing skills, your digital skills. You will, you know, get used to these kind of environments. And so I know that face-to-face education is something very familiar to all of us, but after this course, by the end of this semester, I hope you will be also familiar and used to delivering classes in this kind of online environments. All right, so your expectation, yes, you will learn how to use technology tools, but there is more than that, and I'm going to explain them in a while. Before we go on, in UK, you know our UK site, we have 42 people, 42 students officially registered to the course, but here in my Google Classroom, right now, I have only 35 people. So it means that 7 people haven't registered here in Google Classroom. And you know, here I sent you emails inviting you. I sent you the invitation link for Google Classroom and the code also of the class. So if you haven't registered to Google Classroom, please follow the link and the instruction there and register yourself with the Google Classroom, because we are going to use Google Classroom this semester. Okay, you are going to follow the tasks, you are going to upload your documents and all tasks, etc. here. So we will use Google Classroom. It will help us a lot. That's why this year we are not going to use UK for these kind of things. We are going to use Google Classroom. I hope it's clear. All right. Educational technology. Yes.
See, I tried to register for that, but I couldn't.
Well, Ashkın.
Yes.
You know, in order to register with Google Classroom, you need your student email address, meaning your school number and Uludağ Educare extension.
Yeah, I have to do that in UK, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I did that.
Follow the link in UK. I sent you a link, and so click on the link and then register yourself with your school email address.
Yes, but I did that already.
Well, ask your friends, because
Okay.
you see, you know, you can solve the problem.
Okay,
I guess,
thanks.
I hope. All right, so educational technologies. Let's go with the course principles and guides, what we will focus on. You know, as you expect, we use technology tools, and we will have digital materials. We will have workshops, and we will have to be creative and productive. We will use these digital tools, these online platforms, websites, mobile applications, and other software to create digital materials. So this means that we need to be creative, and it means that we will produce a lot of things this semester. Okay, and the tasks, you will have weekly tasks to practice and develop these tools and to produce materials. The course will be student-centered rather than instructor-centered, so do not expect a lot of lecturing. As I said, it's going to be more practical. We will produce something, so you will have to do a lot of things. But of course, here in our live sessions, I'm going to show you what you are expected to do. First, I am going to do the tasks. I'm going to use these platforms, these software, these websites or applications, and then you will have to use them too on your own at your home. And I will support you with some other videos, with other tutorials while you are doing these things. Okay, the course will be task-based rather than testing-based. Still someone, yeah, Berat. And practical rather than theoretical. Clarification: for each live session, each week, we have 90 minutes per week. But of course, we will have, each week we will have a topic or 2 or 3 topics to cover. And if we finish our work earlier, we will finalize these live sessions earlier. We don't have to, use all these 90 minutes. Of course, we don't have attendance sheets. We never had attendance sheets. You know my opinion about collecting student signatures at university level. So here it is. We won't have. And we won't have midterm exam. Again, you know my opinion about exams. But although I don't like exams, it seems that authorities really like these exams a lot. So we will have to have a final exam. But what will be the weight of this final exam in terms of your evaluation and assessment of your grading? I will try to keep the weight of this final exam as low as possible. I don't want it to be more than 50%, and we will try to make it 20% maybe. Okay, weekly tasks, so we don't concentrate on summative evaluation on the end, on just one exam. We will concentrate on the whole semester. So weekly, you will have to create something. Weekly, I'm going to check your productions. So this is formative evaluation, and this is how we are going to do with the course. The assessment and evaluation of our faculty, you know how it is, 40% for the midterm and 60% for the final. And you know, the total points, as you know, we don't have midterm exams, so we will have tasks. So 40% of the total points gained from the tasks after midterm exam will form your midterm grade, and 60% of the total points gained from the tasks after the midterm exams week plus the final exam together, these will form your final grade. Do you have any questions so far? Any questions? Is it clear? Okay. What are my expectations? Okay, you should expect using a lot of technology tools and creating and producing. And what about me? Well, I expect you to complete these tasks on time and to create high quality work. You know, you will have to do these tasks and produce something. And I expect you to put some effort, real effort and time and energy while creating these tasks. Because, you know, some people sometimes really do well and they do their best, but some people just do the tasks just like to do the tasks and upload the documents which are not complete or, you know, not that satisfactory. So pay attention to this. Expectations in the end of the semester. What will happen in the end of the semester? In the end of the semester, we will have one combined project product, right? And what is this? I'm going to explain it in a while. These are our connection points and resources. My weblog. This is my weblog, leventuzun.wordpress.com. Our UK site, of course, our Google Classroom, and my YouTube channel. This is my YouTube channel. And now I'm going to introduce this to you and explain why and when we will need these. All right, so four connection points. We will use all of these in our course. All right, let's start with my weblog. Here it is. This is my weblog. Okay, before I go with my weblog, before I go on introducing my weblog, who has a weblog here? Is there anyone who has a weblog? Nobody? All right, who has a website? Online working website? Nobody. All right, so you will have to create your own weblogs, meaning each of you will have an online working weblog like mine by the end of this semester. And this is going to be one of the tasks actually. So this is my weblog. These are very useful. You know, you can share lots of materials with your students here. You can upload documents. You can ask your students to participate in the comments here, in the discussions here. You know, you can share your social media accounts in your weblogs, and then, you know, provide links like this that when we click, we will directly connect to YouTube or to the website where these videos are situated. So you understand, this is a weblog, online working weblog, and it is very useful. And here I have 2 pages in my weblog, the courses that I'm giving. For you, you will have to check the educational technologies page. Here it is. So when you click on this, you will find all the course delivery procedures and acquisitions of the course here written, educational technologies. And then when you scroll down, you will see the course syllabus and tasks of our course. So every week, you can follow the topic of the week, and you can follow the tasks of the given week. All right, so this week, for example, we are in week 1, introduction week, and you have 2 tasks to complete. And this is how you are going to earn your points. But right here, for example, as you see, you know, it doesn't matter whether we are having lessons face-to-face or online. It is a habit for some people to come late, you know, but it's all right. Okay, so these are the tasks of each week, and you need to be careful because those tasks that will be active that you have to do should be highlighted in green like this. Task 1 and task 2 right now are highlighted in green, but the other tasks are red, which means that these are left from the previous semesters, from the previous years. So this semester, I might modify these tasks. I might change these tasks, okay? I might update these tasks. So if the tasks are green like this, it means that they are active. It means that you need to do these tasks, okay? So as you see here, we have 2 tasks. The first task, register with Gmail if you haven't already, and post your Gmail address in, this will be not in UK, but in Google Classroom, okay? This should be in Google Classroom. So you are going to earn 3 points. This is a very easy task. I know that almost all of you have Gmail addresses, but here I'm not asking for your student addresses, school number and extension Uludağ. I'm asking for your Gmail addresses that you have extension with gmail.com. Okay, so this is 3 points. And the other one is click and watch the welcome video in my YouTube channel. When you click here on this link, it will directly take you to my YouTube channel. And again, here I want to ask you, who of you have YouTube channel? Is there anyone who has a YouTube channel? Nobody? All right. This is the other task of our course. Each of you, by the end of this course, you will have to be YouTubers. So prepare to be YouTubers. Yes, you will have to set up your YouTube channels, and then you will have to start uploading your videos in your YouTube channels. Sumeira, I don't upload videos. Okay, you will have to. You know, we will create some videos, we will create some materials, and we will have to start uploading videos to your YouTube channels. You know, we have lots of opportunities to reach our students. So you need to be aware of these, like course management systems, like, for example, platforms like UK or Google Classroom, and then we have Google Meet, one of the tools of Google. Last semester, we used Zoom for online sessions, and also we used our YouTube. This year, we are not going to use Zoom. Our university has set an agreement with Google. So we are going to use Google Meet. This is unlimited, and we will use all of its features. And then we have these kind of weblogs that we can use to reach our students. And of course, we have YouTube, where we can, you know, create tutorials for our students, or we can, you know, go live, have live sessions with our students, like the ones that we conducted last semester. So we need to be able to use all of this simultaneously. We need to be aware of this, and we need to know how we can use this. All right, so I want you to use all of this and to try at least. That's why these are the tasks of this week. Gmail, maybe you might wonder why I'm asking for your Gmail addresses and not for your student address, or not for your Yahoo address or Hotmail or Outlook or any other address. Well, because Gmail addresses will be very useful. Why? Because in the following weeks, we will use many of the features of Google, actually. We will use Google Drive, we will use YouTube, we will use Google Forms, we will use Google Classroom, and many other features of Google. So when you have your Gmail addresses, it means that you can use all these easily. Do you understand? All right. Any questions so far? Is it clear? We have 4 connection points. The first one is my weblog, where you will find the topics of the weeks and the tasks. I will also pass these tasks, by the way. I will also pass these tasks. I will introduce them in our Google Classroom. Okay, where will you find them? You will find them in our classwork part. Here we have our stream board. On this stream board, we will have classroom comments. You can share something, you can write anything that you like here. And also, you will see my instructions. Also, I will pass the link of our Google Meet every week. I will update this link 5 minutes before the lessons. Okay, so check these links, and you can connect to the live sessions. And also, here we have our classwork. So when you click on classwork section, you will see that each week, right now we are week 1, and you have task 1 and task 2. So each week, you can check your tasks here. When you click, you will see the tasks. Task 1, register with Gmail and post your Gmail address in UK. Well, this should be, of course, we will have to, you know, edit it. This should not be UK, this should be Google Classroom. Okay. Right, done. So if you already have a Gmail address, you don't have to take a new one. Just write your Gmail address in our Google Classroom. You know, I know that you are very much familiar with our UK site. So this year, we are not going to use this for uploading the tasks and documents. See, for example, here in our homework and projects, there is no empty slot for task 1 and task 2. So you can't write or you can't upload your email addresses here. You have to do it here, right, in Google Classroom. But when you go to course materials, you still will, I will still share some materials here with you, and I will share the links of our Google Meet. So when you click here, it will directly take you to our live sessions here. Any questions? Is it clear so far? Do you have any questions? Okay, I guess it's clear. So, okay. Yes, let me check the chat section. All right, it's clear. Melis, my email address is with Hotmail. Do I need to make? Yes, Melis, please adopt a Gmail address. A Gmail address. Okay, good. Fine. So here are the tasks. Now, how will you do this? How will you complete the first task? I believe when you click on this, you will have an option to write your Gmail addresses as a private comment. You should have an option there. I can't see now your screens, but please try to write your Gmail addresses. Now you have two options. You can write your Gmail addresses as a private comment, which means that only I can see your Gmail addresses, because some people have some privacy issues. They don't want other people to see their Gmail addresses. So if you don't want other people, if you don't want everyone to see your Gmail address, your personal address, then write it as a private comment. So only I will see it. But we have another option. You can write your Gmail addresses here in the class comment section, but then what will happen? Everybody can see your Gmail address, your personal address. If you want, you can do it like that. Okay? This is also acceptable. But the other way, as I said, you can, write your Gmail address as a private comment and only I will see it. So now here it is. This task is 5 points, as I said. What is the task? Well, actually you have two tasks, but for this one, you don't have to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will give you these 2 points anyway, whether you subscribe to my channel or not. But I'm asking you to do it because I want you to know, I want you to see how I'm using YouTube. Okay, and also I'm directing you to subscribing to my channel because I have lots of ready tutorials, video tutorials here related to the topics that we are going to follow throughout the semester. So as I said, each week I will introduce you to a topic, and then I'm going to use the tool, the website, the platform or software, anything that I expect you to use. And then I'm going to assign you a task. So you will have to do this task, but for those who don't understand very clearly or who need some more support while doing the tasks, they can go and check the tutorial here in my YouTube channel. They can watch the videos, okay, while doing the tasks and complete the tasks on their home, in their homes, on their own. Is it clear? But even if you don't subscribe to my channel, you will still receive your 2 points. So it means that the tasks of this first week will give you 5 points, even if you only write your Gmail address. This is the thing. Easily earned 5 points first week. Right? And how I'm going to grade you and where will you see your points here? On the left, for example, Yusuf, gmail.com. He has written his address. Okay, I'm going to give him 5 points. Right? And here again, Furkan, 5 points, for example. Right? So I will see your Gmail addresses here. By the way, what would you do if I ask you to prove that you have completed task 2? What would you do? Have a look at task 2. Click and watch the welcome video. Here is the link. And subscribe to the channel to follow the updates. Now, if I want you to provide a proof that you have completed task 2, what would you do? Okay, who can tell me? Sumaira, how can we add our Gmail like those? Well, you have to write it in the private comment section, Sumaira. Send you a screenshot. Yes, Hilal. So if I wanted you to provide a proof that you have completed task 2, you would have to go here to my YouTube channel. And then this is the home screen. This is the welcome video that I want you to watch. So when you subscribe, you will just click subscribe here, and then you will have to print screen, and then you will have to upload the image. Do you understand? It will be that easy. But I'm not asking you this, okay? But it will be that easy. So you will have to upload your images here. You will have to choose the image from your computer, and then you will have to upload it here. So in the following weeks, you will have to upload documents. You won't have to write only, but you will have to upload documents like Word documents, like PDF documents, or images, maybe something else, all right? And then you will have to choose the attach and upload section like the ones that we did here in our OK. All right. Any questions so far? Is everything clear? Okay, let me check how many of you have done the first task. Okay, when you do the first task, I will see it like that. Your name, Sümeyra, for example, turned in. Okay, like turned in green. But for those who haven't done anything yet, I will see assigned, which means that they haven't done it yet. Okay, and for those who have done it, I will see turning. Right? Here, for example, Sümeyra, you also have done it. I'm giving you the point. So this is going to, and here I have one private comment, as you see. So we have revealed the Gmail address of Sümeyra, unfortunately. Anyway, but she already has written it here, by the way. Right, so you understand how this works. Very easy. Google Classroom. See here, for example, I have lots of classes, and you can do the same thing when you become teachers. I have a trial lesson to check the things that I want to do, and here I have a class for my PhD, for my doctoral students, for my master's students, and educational technologies. I have 5 sections, and here I have 2 classes, 2 sections, A and B, for teaching English vocabulary. See, you can create as many classes as you like by just clicking here and creating or joining a class, right? So now you are section A, educational technologies. Here we are. All right, this is our classwork. Here you follow the tasks. Here I have people, I have 37 people still, I guess, a couple of students who couldn't figure out 42. You need 5 people to register. And here you will see your grades, okay? All right, is it clear? These are our connection points. My weblog, OK, for any setup files, for any sources, documents that I will share with you. Google Classroom, we are going to use mostly Google Classroom, and my YouTube channel. And as I said, you can check the tutorials that will be related to some topics of the weeks, and you can watch these and do the tasks on your own. If the live sessions are not enough, or if you can't join the live sessions here, okay, you can check the tutorials and then do the tasks. All right, if you don't have any questions, let's proceed now. The aim of the content of the course. By the end of the course, what will happen? What you should expect? Well, by the end of the course, you will have your own website and your own weblog, as well as your classroom management system site, such as Edmodo or Google Classroom. Okay, we won't use Moodle. So it means that each of you will have a website and a weblog. So you will have 2 things. These are tasks of week 3, actually. Let's check my weblog. Have a look, for example, week 3. Website building, blogging, and creating digital exercises for the World Wide Web, www, right? So here, one of the tasks is to register with WordPress. One of the tasks is to create your weblog. The other task is to create your offline working website. So you have 2 tasks. So as you see, you will have one website and you will have one weblog. Now, what is the difference? Do you know the difference between a website and a weblog? Murat, will you please show how to upload the docs again through UK or Google Class? You won't have to upload documents in UK, and you should be familiar with this because you used it last year. Okay, you just need to click on the task and then select the document from your computer. Okay, for Google Classroom. And you can try it actually here. You can try it now. You can try uploading a document here if you like. Okay, you can, print screen. You can subscribe here. You can print screen it, and you can try uploading the image here. So you will know how to upload. Well, these kind of online platforms and all kind of software and technology tools, you need to put your hands in work. Okay, you need to try. You need to search. You need to look around these things. All right. So what is the difference? Who can tell me? Do you know the difference between a weblog and a website?
Weblog is a part of website, and website is bigger than a blog.
Yes, Sumaira, thank you. Website is a bigger site. Weblogs are limited, we can say, and mostly used for introducing something or discussions, etc. But in websites, you can share anything, and you have lots of pages connected to one another, which will form the whole website. Now, some students ask me, they say, okay, now we are going to prepare a website, teacher. This was some of the concerns of the students in the previous years. They said, okay, we will have a website, but we will be appointed to a school in eastern parts of Turkey, and there they don't have, maybe they will not have internet connection. Or we will be appointed to a village, and then they won't have internet connection. So what will we do with these websites? Well, this is the point here. In this course, your weblogs will be working online, but your websites will work offline. And how will we do it? Well, for your weblogs, it will be like this. Anybody can reach your weblogs if they have internet connection. This will be active online. But for weblog, you will do everything with Microsoft Word, and then we will create a kind of fully functional website that will work in environments where there is no internet connection. So you know that because of this FATI project in our country, almost all schools have smart boards. I like to call them smart screens rather than smart boards, because you can interact with this. So schools have smart boards or smart screens, and also they have projectors, and you already have your laptops. So if you have these kind of equipments, it means that you can use your offline working websites in these conditions in your classes. What will we do? We will create separate web pages where you will have your videos and images and all kind of materials, and these will be linked to your main page, from where you will reach all these by one click only. And in time, I'm going to explain you how this is going to work and what will we do. As I said, this is going to be a topic of week 3. Okay, one website and one weblog for each of you by the end of this course. Also, you will know how to implement synchronous and asynchronous language learning teaching actions, and actually our online sessions will be an example for you. You already have an idea how we use Zoom, how we use our YouTube channel, and now you see how we use Google Meet. Okay, you can record, convert, edit, and embed audio and visual files, links, etc. in Word, Excel, PowerPoint, etc. documents. Okay, you can download, upload, install, remove files and programs. And I know that you already know how to do these things, most of these things, but we will go into the details. By the end of this course, you can design and develop online exercises and also publish these online exercises. Well, you might have come across some online tests or online exams in some websites. Okay, do you have an idea how these are done? Actually, it's very easy. And this is going to be again one of the tasks that we are going to assign you here. So you will know how to do this. You will create materials, okay, with this. You will be aware of and able to use the educational platform software and programs such as Prezi, Hot Potatoes, etc. You can develop and apply online surveys, questionnaires, tests, etc. and evaluate the outcomes. You will know how to create these online questionnaires and tests or exams, and then share these with your students online, and then collect the results, the responses, and then share these. Okay. What else? You can design and develop. Okay, we have already covered this here. You can exploit the internet and adopt the appropriate written, visual, and/or audio resources that satisfy the needs and interests of your learners. This is the most important part. Okay, I know that in the traditional way we like to use our course book and our workbook, for example, which is very easy, but you know, in some conditions we will have special interests and needs. So we need to exploit the internet because there are billions of resources, and we need to get used to using these and adopting these to our needs. You can find, select, and use the appropriate digital materials and tools that will correspond to the goals of a given topic or skill in order to enhance English language education. You know, those course books do not help a lot. Sometimes we need something and more enjoyable. We need games, for example, and you need to find the appropriate games. Okay, so where will we find this? We need to know the websites. We need to know the place where we can find this, and we need to be aware of the most effective ones that we can use in our online classes, in our distance education. You will be able to construct and activate a language learning teaching website, as I said. And materials, as I said, I will be sharing some PowerPoint slides or videos with you, or some setup files. If you have some documents like paper, book pages, I will share them. Where will I share them? Most probably in UK. So you can go to UK and find them in our course materials part. Evaluation principles, scoring, I will score each completed task. And as I said, I'm expecting high quality work. We won't have midterm exam, but as authorities like it a lot, we will have to, I guess, have a final exam, the weight of which I will try to reduce as much as possible, like maybe it can be 20%. And we will have live sessions here. We will have project, task, practice, focus. We will practice all those materials, as I said. All right. The tasks of week 1, which I already introduced, and these are some of the tools that we are going to cover in our course throughout this semester. You might be familiar with some of these. These are the icons. This one, the first one, is Google Drive, and we will use it a lot. Where will we use it? To store our documents. I said we will produce a lot of materials. We will have a lot of documents. So I advise you to create a folder in your computer, name it Educational Technologies. So you will have Educational Technologies folder. You know, in the previous years, we created lots of things, and then some students said, well, I can't find my material. Where have I put it? Where did I save it? Well, so in order to avoid these kind of problems, create a folder, Educational Technologies folder, in your computer. And also, in case something unwanted happens to your computers, because you know these computers very frequently crash, save your documents in your Google Drive too. This is a cloud where you can save your materials. I believe Google gives you a space of 15 gigabytes. So save your materials, whatever you produce, whatever you create each week, save your materials in 2 places: in your Educational Technologies folder in your laptops or computers, and in your Google Drive. And then everything will be fine. You won't have any problems. Why? Because in the end, as you know, in the end, we have a one combined project. And I'm going to explain what it is going to be. But in the end, you have to find all of your materials, all of your resources that you have used throughout the semester, because in the end, you will use them. Don't lose your materials. Okay, Camtasia is the other program that we are going to use. This is a screen recording and video editing software program. I know there are lots of these, but we will use Camtasia because there is a special feature. It allows us to create online quizzes. That's why we are going to use Camtasia. And then here we have WordPress website, we have Edublogs. So we will use these to create our online working weblog. You can use any of these, or you can use some other, the ones that you like. You don't have to use this. The task will be to create your weblog. You can create it on any platform, okay? But my weblog is with WordPress. Front page and Macromedia, you won't have to use these. Well, I use them to create professional websites, etc. But we won't cover this here. You know Facebook, you know Twitter. Sometimes you can share our materials on these platforms to collect responses, etc. So I know that most of you have Instagram accounts, but maybe you don't have Facebook and Twitter accounts, and you don't have to create accounts here, actually. Tag, you can create different visuals and posters, etc. With this one, Google allows us to create mind maps, charts. You must have heard about or used maybe Prezi and SlideShare, where we create animated, again, presentations or share our slides. Maybe you have downloaded some slides here on a topic. Powtoon, creating animated presentations. Moolitoon, Bitstripes, Make Believe Comics. These are software that are very useful, very easy to use to create comics. And Edmodo is a nice platform like Google Classroom, where we can reach our students, where we can reach the school administration, and also where we can reach or connect to our colleagues in school. You can connect to all teachers. You can also reach the parents of your students, etc. and etc. Socrative, this is a program similar to Kahoot. You might have heard about Kahoot, and this is a similar one. We will check it. We will use it. You use this with your mobile phones, actually. Quizlet, Google Forms. This is the tool of Google that we are going to create our online questionnaires, online tests, and online exams. And then we will post these online. We will collect responses, etc. WordIt allows us to create word charts, word maps. Voki allows us to create talking avatars, which are very enjoyable. Students like these a lot. Volver and Zimmer Twins allows us to create our short movies, short videos. Storybird actually allows us to create our picture books. SpiderScribe, again, lots of, we can create project and mind maps with this. Canva, we can create almost everything with Canva, like digital books and cards and whatever you like. YouTube, YouTube, and Hot Potatoes is the software that we are going to use to create our digital testing materials. Those online tests, online exercises are created by software like Hot Potatoes. And Second Life is an online 3D environment where we have an avatar, and we are walking around this environment and interact with objects and other people. We talk to other people around the world, etc. Many universities have their online digital campuses. If we have time, we will cover this too. Okay, so these are some of the programs, but not all of them, that we are going to cover and use in our lessons, in our course here. So do you have any questions? So, Hussein, are we going to learn HTML and PHP in order to create? No. You see, we are going to make this as simple as possible. And as I said, your websites will be offline working websites. So we will make everything easy, simple, and in the way we will use this in the way that will satisfy our needs. We need a website which will work in offline environments, which will work in conditions where there is no internet connection. So that's why we will use Microsoft Word. I guess almost all of you have Word software. If you don't, try to adopt, or we will find and some other solutions. Any questions? Basically, I guess we covered everything that I wanted to share with you this week. If you have any questions, I will be pleased to answer your questions before we finalize the live session. You can either use your microphones or write here in the chat. How do you feel? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel nervous? Do you feel excited? What are your feelings? Astaghfirullah, how can it be? I'm scared, anxious, I feel excited. We will create many things. Yeah. Well, people, you don't have to be scared. You don't have to be anxious. You know, as I said, we are going to make this simple as possible. We are going step by step. See, for example, what about the first tasks? The tasks of week 1. Very simple. You don't even have to do anything to earn 5 points, right? So all of these things that I introduced here, they are extremely easy, extremely simple for me. So what is simple, what is easy for me will be easy and simple for you too, because I'm going to make this simple for you. Okay, I will guide you and I will help you in the process. So as I said, each week I'm going to introduce you to some websites, to some software, to some platforms, and here in the live sessions, I'm going to do the task. I'm going to explain you how I use these in the live sessions. And then for those who don't understand, as I said, they can go to my YouTube channel and watch the related tutorial while doing the tasks. So everything will be clear. You won't have any problems. Anything else? By the way, I told you that in the end, we will have one combined project product and nobody asks for it. What will be the final product? Nobody asks. Okay, so in the end of the semester, you will have to upload a fully functional offline working website or a digital book. You will have to choose one of these. A fully functional offline website. I know that this is one of the tasks, creating offline working website, but in the tasks, I'm giving limited tasks. Like I'm going to ask you to create a web page, a website of 3 or 5 pages. Okay, a website of 5 pages, but for the final project, your website should be developed and it should be at least 20 pages. So a website font of 20 or 25 pages, right? For your digital book, you will have to take all your materials, both for your website and for your digital book, all the materials that you create throughout your semester, you will have to collect these and you will have to put them in good order in your book. And as I said, we will use Canva for those who are more comfortable with working with Word. They can put this in Word and then they can convert this Word document into PDF. But your digital books need to be interactive. You need to be able to click on these, and then you need to, you know, when on your book you will have to put links, install links where your students will click on pictures, they will click on the links or other places, and then they will connect to or they will open some videos or some other images or some reading text, etc. So this is going to be a kind of digital interactive book that can be used both offline and online. All right, this is going to be the course project. Any questions? Do you know a simple and good platform for sharing audio contents or for making podcast? Yeah, you can use your YouTube channel. That's why I'm asking you to join my YouTube channel, and then on my YouTube channel, maybe we will have a kind of live session on my YouTube channel, right? So you see how we use the YouTube channel. Any other questions?
Kaç aboneniz var hocam?
Again?
Kaç tane aboneniz var YouTube'da?
Well, you know, I'm not a YouTuber. I use it just for my classes, but right now we have 600. Okay, but you know, you are newer models. I'm an old model, and new models are always better. I know that you can do better than me. Okay, so that's why I'm telling that prepare to be YouTubers. You can do it. I expect you to do better than me, and I know that you can do it. All right? We'll see what will happen in the end of this semester. Anybody else? Any other questions? Well, some students in other classes, in other sections, they ask me, well, teacher, can we work in pairs for our course project, or in groups for our course project? And my answer is no. Do you know why? Because of this. Because, you know, in almost every group project, one person does 99% of the work, and the other people, they just hang around, okay? Or, you know, don't help or disappear. Right? So because of this, each of you will have to work individually and create his or her own course project. I told you that each of you will have to produce and create materials. And so each of you will have to take your own materials and put them in your course project in the end of the semester. Berat, bize abone olacak mısınız? Ecem, bu dersin WhatsApp grubu var mı arkadaşlar? Yok, okay. Right. Any questions? Any questions? No questions. All right. So, fine then. So, I see that everything is clear. And I would like to thank you for joining me in this live session. For those who can't join the live sessions, I will try to upload the videos in my YouTube channel. And special thanks for those who have a microphone and who use their microphones and make this live session more enjoyable, more interactive. And for those who prefer to remain silent, I've got nothing to tell to you, okay? And yes, stay safe and healthy. Beware of COVID-19. Protect yourself. Be overcautious all the time. And see you next week in the next live session. All right? Thanks a lot. Bye.
See you. Bye.
Bye.